What is up, everybody? Welcome to episode 116 of Pokemon Trading Card Game Online. My name is Blaze, and today I'm going to be doing two versus matches with my currently unnamed fairy type deck. I think for now I'm going to call it Fairly Odd, just for right now, until a better name comes up, and maybe it'll go through some changes over the course of the next few weeks or whatever. And if it does, maybe I'll change the name again. But as of right now, it's a fairly odd experience playing this deck. Let's see here. I'll show you the deck real quick. I don't think I've shown off this particular version of this deck just yet, but take a look at it here and tell me what you think in the comments below. These are the Pokemon that I'm using right now. I've got two Lugias right here. I'm going to scroll over. Just keep that in mind. Two Lugias. And I've also got two Xerneas on the end there. I've got a Pidgeot. I've got a Pidgeot EX. A Mega Pidgeot EX, I'm sorry. And a Pidgeot EX. I've got Diancie. I've got two Gardevoirs. Three Gardevoir EX. Which I wouldn't have in there if I had another Diancie or I had another Xerneas or I had another anything else. I don't like this card quite as much. The deck is not being designed around this card. It's actually being designed more around this. I'm sorry, this card. The attack doing 30 damage times the amount of fairy energy attached to all of your Pokemon. I find it not very difficult to get fairy energy attached to my Pokemon, depending on what I have on the bench and what's going on the playfield. So, that usually is not a challenge. So I want two more of this card, and I want one more Gardevoir, Gardevoir EX. So it's going to be difficult to get those cards. I think this card is available in the Generation set, and I just opened a real card of this one yesterday. If you watched my show, I opened up a Meloetta Mythical Box. I opened up this box right here. So check out that video from yesterday if you missed it. So I did actually open up one of the Generations packs, had a variation of this card in it, and I was pretty stoked to get it in real life, but I need it in the game so I can actually start playing a little better. But anyway, I think that's what I've got going on for Pokemon here. I think there's nothing really wonderful about this selection of Pokemon, but it's working. Not 100%, but sometimes. As far as energy cards, I've got one double colorless because the only one that's going to get attached to is Pidgeot, and that's really only to get it powered up quickly, and it's not something I'm going to go out of my way to try to find. If I have it and I have Pidgeot, I'll use it, but it's not something I need to try to get on there. And then, of course, these are the trainer cards that I've got. I've got Evo Soda, I've got Max Elixir, Mega Turbo. I'd love to have another Mega Turbo. I've got Ultra Ball and Professor's Letter. I've got Versus Seeker. Bridget's in here a couple of times. Bridget will let me search for a Pokemon EX, basic, or 3 basic Pokemon non-EX, and put them on my bench, so that could come in handy depending on what I'm up against. I've got Brock's Grit, which is a pretty decent card if you're far enough into the game and you happen to have discarded a bunch of energy cards or Pokemon that you want to get back. We've got this card actually, Delinquent, I think comes in handy. Very much so when your opponent has only 3 cards and you know they have a plan. Like, let's just say they've used an Ultra Ball or they've used something to get cards into their hand, and then all of a sudden they have 3 cards left, and you're like, ha, burn, and they have to discard all 3 of those cards. I've had this happen to me a few times, and it sucks. So. Hopefully you've never had it happen to you, but if you have, you know what I'm talking about, because you have to pick 3 cards to discard, and you don't need all of your cards, but I'm sure that you have an idea of what you want or what you want to do with those cards. So I've also got Hex Maniac, of course, because this card is very EX heavy. I told myself I would never make a deck just full of EX Pokemon, and here I am with this fairy deck that has mostly EX Pokemon. But Hex Maniac will get around those pesky Pokemon that actually prevent damage from EX Pokemon. We've got Lysander, of course. We've got N, of course. We've got Pokemon Center Lady. I chose this instead of that Fairy Heal card. I can't remember the name of it, but the Fairy Heal card heals 50 damage to a Pokemon that has Fairy Energy attached to it. This heals 60 and also heals a special condition from you as well. So that's why I think it's a little bit more useful. I've also got 3 Skylas. I've got, let's see, Team Flare Grunt. Teammates, I've got a couple of these in there, right? Just one teammate, which I think is actually a pretty useful card when you get knocked out. It'll help you find any 2 cards and put them in your hand. You don't have to show your opponent, just put them in your hand. Next up, let's see, Fairy Garden. I've got 2 of these in there. Each Pokemon that has any Fairy Energy attached to it has no retreat cost, which I think is very useful. A couple of Gardevoir Spirit Links and also a Pidgeot Spirit Link. So that's this hand or this deck. So it is not a tournament-worthy deck. It is not a deck that's going to win every single time, but it is a deck that actually kind of has a strategy to it. It's really the best deck I could make as a fairy type deck with the cards that I currently own in the game. So it's not, and you know, I probably could have made something better. This is just something I slapped together and started thinking about how I would complement each card. It has a couple of things that I need to do differently. So we'll get to that a little bit later on in the month. So I'll be using this deck the entire month of December, and then after the new year we'll switch decks. Probably go to Dehydrated or something like that. But right now we're hanging on with Fairly Odd. As far as packs, I have these 2 Generations packs that I opened up yesterday. Got the code for them. They're in the game now. I'll open these up today. Let me get into a versus match first, and I'll open up 1 pack, and then I'll open up another pack at the end of the video. So if you're new to my channel, thank you so much for watching. I actually do videos every Monday through Friday on the Pokemon Trading Card Game Online. I'd love to have you join. Hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, and I will be back very soon. Also, if you are playing the Pokemon Sun and Moon game, right now you can get a Meloetta on the mystery gift. So check that out online. Get your Meloetta because you would not want to miss that Pokemon. I think Meloetta is one of the coolest legendary Pokemon in the game. Doesn't really have a super in-depth like story behind it or anything like that. It doesn't have like anything to do with like creating the universe or anything like that. But it's a music Pokemon, and I like music. Kind of the same way as in like Chatot is also a music Pokemon. I think there needs to be more of those types of Pokemon, but whatever. I didn't make the game. So here we are with a Hoopa non-EX on the opponent's side there. He had to shuffle his hand, probably because he didn't have what he needed. Now he's got a couple more cards, which is totally fine. So this will work out. I can actually evolve on the next turn. So that'd be cool. I still need to get some energy cards out, but I should be able to evolve on the next turn. So, unless he uses like an in or something, which most people just throw ins down like it's going out of style. I think he's gonna try to get his Mewtwo powered up rather than get anything else going. So we'll go ahead and grab 2 energy cards, get one of them on there, evolve. Not that one. Oh, that's the only one that I have. Oh, both of them are in the. Oh, you got. Or I only have one, so never mind. So, literally, the other Gardevoir that I wanted is not in my hand right now. So, that is a burn. But I think I can attack now. Actually, yeah, that's a cheaper attack cost, and I've already hurt him once, so that should knock him out. And it's a weakness too, so that's good. I'll take that. And there's the one that I actually wanted to use, but that's fine. I'd very much like to not die on this next attack. 120 damage. No! No! He's weak to Psychic, though. So this actually could work out very well for me. What's that going to do? 110 times 2? He's dead. So that's good. I think that 120 damage is a lot, though. But I'll take a victory over his Mewtwo EX. That almost never happens to me. So I guess I've seen, it's funny because I've seen a lot of Mewtwo EX come through over the past few days. So I don't really know if it's because they think Mewtwo EX is a good card or whatever, but I've seen a lot of them come through. I just won that match, so okay. That worked. And it's because of a card that I didn't even want to use. So, alright. Let's go ahead and open up that pack, just like I promised, and I just got some more coins. So, at some point this week, I am going to use these coins to buy some more packs, probably Evolutions packs, because I would like to have another Pidgeot. I also want to get some, I think it's Primal Clash that has it in there. That has that, what was I going to say? I think it's Primal Clash that has that Gardevoir EX, that Mega Gardevoir EX in there as well. So I might be buying a lot of those packs as well to try to get another one. For now, let's open up this one pack, and then we'll move on to the next match. Generations is probably my favorite set that's come out of the newer cards. I have a ton of them already. I enjoy opening the packs and seeing what's inside, and I like the way, I mean, the artwork isn't really different. I like the texture on the energy cards, which is cool. But let's see what we got. We got Hitmonlee. So Hitmonlee is a good attack for 1 energy. A stretch kick is 30 damage to one of your opponent's benched Pokemon, and Spiral Kick is 30 damage to your active. This one's great because it actually allows you to kill a Magikarp or kill a Phoebus. I don't see too many of those nowadays, or at least the last couple of weeks I haven't seen too many of those. But they used to be all over the place. And I used to pick them off like they were nothing. But so Hitmonlee, 90 HP, pretty decent Pokemon. Next up we've got Clefairy, 60 HP, Moonlight, heal 30 damage from this Pokemon and pound for 20 damage. Frostless, I think I wanted this card, I can't remember why. 90 HP, drag along. If this Pokemon is your active Pokemon and it's knocked out by damage from an opponent's attack, flip a coin. If heads, the attacking Pokemon is knocked out. I think that was why. You have a chance to knock out your opponent's Pokemon if you can get it to knock you out. Snowy Drop is put 4 damage counters on your opponent's Pokemon in any way you like. Pokeball, flip a coin. If heads, search your deck for a Pokemon, reveal it, and put it into your hand. Shuffle your deck afterwards. Maintenance, shuffle 2 cards from your hand into your deck, and then draw a card. That's not a bad card, actually. Just drawing a card doesn't really seem like it would make any sense to me, but, I mean, get 2 cards from your hand that you don't need now into your deck. You can pull them out later. Charmander, 70 HP. Playful is 20 damage times the number of damage counters on this Pokemon, but only if you flip heads. Zubat has 50 HP, and Skill Dive is the attack does 10 damage to one of your opponent's Pokemon. Oh, look at that cute Pikachu. I usually hate Pikachu, but I like the way this is drawn. I actually, I don't hate Pikachu. I hate the Pikachu that is drawn for the anime. I think that this one doesn't look like Ash's Pikachu, so I actually like it. 60 HP, Nuzzle, flip a coin, and paralyze your opponent's Pokemon on heads. Quick attack is 20 damage plus 10 more if you flip heads. We've got Magmar, 80 HP, Ram for 10, and Ember does 30. Discard an energy card with Ember. And of course that Steel type energy. So let's go back into a versus match. Maybe I'm 3 for 3 on video right now, so that's not going to hold up. I promise you that will fall apart very soon. I would love to be able to take on another opponent. I'd love to take on an opponent and never lose. That would be great. But I've lost. Trust me, I have lost on this with this deck. So I guess my lesson for the last match is that, Psychic type Pokemon are usually weak to Psychic type Pokemon in some cases, like that Mewtwo, especially Mewtwo. And 110 damage is enough to take out any Psychic type EX Pokemon, even Megas that are weak to Psychic. So while I don't like that Mega Gardevoir EX as much as the other Mega Gardevoir EX, I think it does have its uses. And especially if I want to get extra damage, I can discard some Pokemon. Now, I also could use that Dragonite that's been talked about quite a bit since Evolutions came out. I could definitely use that Dragonite to pull those basic Mega or basic EX Pokemon from my discard pile into my hand. I believe it's into my hand. It might be onto the bench, but you know, that could work. That could be a good symbiotic relationship or strategy, I should say. So now we've got a Gardevoir Spirit Link. So choose a random card from your opponent's hand, and your opponent reveals that card and shuffles it into his or her deck. Psybeam is 20 damage. Confuses me as well. So let's see, if this Pokemon in your opponent's Pokemon have the same amount of energy attached, do 70 more damage. I could kill him. I can't do anything to him now, but if he doesn't evolve on the next turn, I could kill him. And even if he does, I might be able to kill him because he's going to attach one more energy. So am I. The only thing he's going to be able to do to prevent that is to make me discard my Fairy Energy card that I just attached. There it is. That could be the deciding factor here. You could be onto something. Missed it. Oh, he might confuse me. Okay. It's a good call. Oh, no. That worked out really well. I have to say, I did not expect that to happen. This might be another victory. Like, I have to say that even if it's like, you know, hey, this deck is not very well constructed, or this deck is not, you know, a tournament-winning deck, it's doing fairly odd right now. Hence the name. I think I'm going to keep that name. Fairly Odd. You go ahead. It's fine. I have all the energy I need to knock you out and not worry about it. Even if I was going to say, even when you evolve that Pokemon, I don't think there's going to be much you can do. I'm just going to like steamroll through your whole team unless you can have some kind of strategy. So that's 2 victories, I suppose. I'm 100% 4 for 4 right now. Let's go ahead and open up that last Generations pack. I'll go ahead and do one more match because I think there's a little bit of time left on this video, and that could be fun. And then let's see what we get out of this Generations pack. Super stoked. Super stoked. Grass Energy, that's cool. Alright, we got a Crushing Hammer, just like what he used earlier. Flip a coin and discard an energy attached to one of your opponent's Pokemon if heads. What do we got? Ooh, Sylveon. Sylveon might make a good addition. Let's get into it. So Doug Trio, 90 HP. Earthquake is 60 damage. This attack does 10 damage to each of your own benched Pokemon. Rock Tumble for 60. This attack's damage is not affected by resistance. So I like this card in conjunction with Diglett as well because he actually prevents damage on his bench with the ability Submerge. So he actually will avoid all damage done by other Pokemon. Yeah, so as long as the Pokemon's on your bench, prevent all damage done to this Pokemon by attacks, including yours and your opponents. So kind of neat there. Having Doug Trio and Diglett in the same deck would do pretty well, I think. We've got Sylveon. This is the one I wanted to look at. So 170 HP. Dress Up, if this Pokemon has a Pokemon Tool card attached to it. This attack does 30 more damage. And Precious Ribbon, 100 damage. Move a Fairy Energy from this Pokemon to one of your benched Pokemon. If you do, heal 50 from that Pokemon. So while 100 damage is not going to knock anything out, this could be a better card than, say, I don't want to say my basics. I would say it's a better card than... Ooh, actually, I don't... I would say... Maybe Lugia. I don't know. That's a tough call. I'll have to look at it again. Maybe I'll put it in there just for funsies. Shelter has 60 HP, Rain Splash for 20. Pretty standard basic card. It's a basic. It's a basic, you know what I mean. It's a, yeah. Red card, your opponent shuffles his or her hand into his or her deck and then draws 4 cards. I like this card over in, but in also lets you do it too. So it's also an item card, so you can keep using other cards if you want to. But in's probably better. I just feel like really the only purpose that I've found with in, I guess in has multiple purposes. Never mind. I'm thinking out loud. Just ignore me. We talked about Crushing Hammer a second ago. Here's Raichu. Raichu actually has Circle Circuit, which is 20 damage times the number of your benched Pokemon. It's a devastating attack if you have, even if you have 5, it does, what's that? If you have 5, it does 100 damage, right? And then if you have 8, it could do 160 damage, so there's that. Thunderbolt for 100 damage, discard all energy attached to this Pokemon. If you have Raichu in your deck, you probably will not be using Thunderbolt. So, Diglett, 50 HP, mine, look at the top card of your opponent's deck, then you may have your opponent shuffle his or her deck, and Mudslap for 20. Ponyta, 60 HP, agility is 10 damage. Flip a coin if heads, prevent all effects of attacks, including damage under this Pokemon during your opponent's next turn. And Flametail for 20 damage. We've got another Shelter, and we've got that Grass Energy. So let's go ahead and I'm going to open up something else over here. I think I got these 4 boxes I haven't opened up yet. I'll open up 2 of these, and then we'll do the next match, because I feel like sometimes you get good stuff in here. This time you did not. I did not. Tranquil, 80 HP, Fly for 40. Flip a coin if tails, the attack does nothing. If heads, prevent all effects of attacks, including damage under this Pokemon during your opponent's next turn. And next. Okay, so Reverse Valley is kind of a neat card. I can't really read it because it's kind of low, but I think this is the one that prevents. It reduces damage done to Steel-type Pokemon by 10 up here, and this one, Dark-type Pokemon do 10 more damage. So there we go. Let's go ahead and do one more match and see where that gets us. Might be able to squeeze one last match in here before the day is done. There's a lot going on, I think, in the world of Pokemon right now. I've been hearing a lot of rumors about the Nintendo Switch and how it actually may have a release of Pokemon Sun and Moon on it. Possibly an updated version like Platinum was to Diamond and Pearl. So that would be really cool. I might get into that a little bit more tomorrow as far as a update goes. But I'm super stoked if that is the case. That would be really cool. So I like Sun and Moon. I don't know. I've kind of talked about it here and there, and I've touched on it, and maybe I come off as a little bit like, not appreciative of the game. I love the game. It's a fun game. There's just a few things I don't like about it. But I do want to play Pokemon Sun and Moon on the Nintendo Switch. I'm enjoying actually playing the Wii U and playing games on it. I think that's kind of a precursor to the Nintendo Switch, and the Wii U. You grab your little tablet controller and you can play the games on there. You can't leave the house, but you can definitely play it on there. And I think that the cool thing about the Switch is that the Switch is actually, like, the tablet is the console. Like, it's not that the holder is the console. The holder is probably just the charger, but the tablet's the console. You plug it into the charger, and it displays it on the TV instead of the tablet. So I think that's kind of neat. I'm extremely curious where that's going to go, and I'm definitely rooting for Nintendo, and partially because I'm not really a big fan of the PS4 or the Xbox One. I think they're good consoles, and definitely worth picking up if you're a gamer in general. But for me, I feel like I don't have any interest in playing anything on Xbox One at all. I don't have any interest in playing anything on PS4 either. And it's just me. It's just my personal taste. And if you feel differently, that's totally cool. I'm not even gonna be mad at you. I forget what I was gonna get. I was gonna grab something, and then I think I was gonna grab Pokemon Fan Club, which I don't even have. So, whoops. Oh well, that's fine. I'll just go ahead and end my turn. I probably should use that elixir right away. So he's going to do some damage to me. What's that going to be? Okay, that's fine. I was really hoping I'd get a couple of Pokemon out here. I probably should have grabbed that. I guess I could have grabbed a Switch. That would have made more sense. But now I'm just going to get everything powered up and ready to go. So there you go. I won't even need this, but that would have been great to attach right now and just do 120 damage. What is this? Sharpedo EX does actually, it can do some damage. It can be pretty devastating. Next up is 100 damage, which is going to kill him. Can't be having that. Cannot be having that. Let's go ahead and heal him up. I suppose I'll go ahead and do this now while the timing is good. Grab another energy card, sure. He won't die this turn, so that's good news. And hopefully I don't think he'll make me switch out for Lugia, because Lugia is going to do 120 damage to him. But I think what he will do is, I think he'll do the 100 damage. He may not have any energy cards, though, because I would think that'd be the first thing that he does. Not always, but sometimes. I really need to get, like, an Ultra Ball or something to help out here, because this is going to be very tricky without an Ultra Ball. He didn't attack me at all. So I suppose I could just retreat and start doing 120, but he's going to go ahead and do what he's going to do. So he did attach an energy, that's cool. As long as he keeps stalling, he's going to give me opportunity to get another Pokemon out. I really don't want to keep attaching to Lugia, but I don't have many options right now. Evo Soda. Drink up. Three EXs. I could really use one of those ends right now. That'd be great. In fact, I could use that double colorless as a free retreat. What's he got over here? How many? It's a 2 retreat cost and a 1 retreat cost. This is a 2 retreat cost. Well, that's not going to hurt too much. It does 30 damage for each of your opponent's benched Pokemon. Once during your turn, if this Pokemon is on your bench, you may switch it with your active Pokemon. So Zoroark is a good, kind of like Keldeo. Kind of like that. That's not really what I was looking for. Because I don't have anything that evolves right now. I think what I was looking for is Xerneas EX, or Xerneas Break is in Primal Clash. I think that's what I was trying to say earlier. Primal Clash has some cards that I might need for this deck. The odds of me getting Xerneas Break are very, very low, but as time goes on, I'll have more and more decks and more things that I'll be doing. So eventually, eventually I'll have to get it eventually, right? Even if I have to trade, that's fine. I can trade. What's that? 140? Uh-oh. He's going to do how much? Foul Play does what? Oh, choose one of your opponent's attacks. So he did that. Okay. Is he weak to anything? He's not. He's weak to fighting types. I want to do 100 damage though. You know what? No, I need those. Sorry, I don't know what I was thinking. Because I was gonna try to get them back, but then I realized like that was a bad idea. I thought for some reason I had something that was like blacksmith that would let me just attach those from the discard pile right to my Pokemon. I do not have a card like that for fairy type energy, so that was a good call that I did not use it. This is going to be a grudge match, I think. This is going to be very time consuming. It's also going to be something that I could easily lose. Hopefully. Oh gosh, I'm going to end up doing damage to all of his Pokemon. 10 damage, yay, you did it. Okay, Ultra Ball. That's good. That's very good. Let me go ahead and use that. Okay. Alright, so I have the card that I need there. I need some energy though. That's going to be a rough day if I can't get any energy on that. So just one more energy card would be perfect. Just one more. That's all I need. Of course, I'm going to want to not let Lugia die. That'll be bad. Is he going to switch again? I swear, if he switches again, oh, come on. 40 damage. Okay, you got me. Good job. Oh, great. 140. Well, this is going to be rough. I can get the energy out for him, though. For both of them. There's one. There's two. He's probably going to get knocked out. Maybe. 100 damage. Discard an energy card, right? Yeah. I guess it use it as this attack, so it's only one energy to do that. I'm not really sure what he's doing. He's definitely keeping his Pokemon alive and preventing me from getting any prizes, but at some point I'm just going to sweep all of his Pokemon. Okay, good for you. Good for you. So, foul play, what's it going to be? What's he going to do? Come on. Come on. Just pick one. What was that? Huh. Oh, I can't use in yet. Okay, I can do this though. That's fine. I'm alright with that. I can use in next turn. Grab some new cards, get some new energy out. Start doing some damage. But he's got a resistance to Psychic, though. That's the only downside. So let's go ahead. Ooh. Do I want to do that? I don't think I need to do that. No. I do have 5 energy cards in the discard pile. I can probably get him again at some point. Maybe a Skyla would come up. Who knows? There's a Skyla right there. I'm just going to go ahead and knock him out real quick. And guess throw down Diancie, just in case. So there's 100 damage. And then also grab a prize card. Lysander's going to come in handy there. I gotta stop doing that attack though, because it's oof, I don't like it. So whatever comes out next, I can use Skyla for a switch. What's this going to be? What's all this business about? 30 damage to one of your opponent's benched Pokemon, 90 damage as well. Any dark energy has no retreat cost, so that's kind of nice for him. He can just retreat for free. Ultra Ball. I'm going to get some cards. Another Darkrai. Oh, imagine that. That's the promo Darkrai that I opened up a little while ago. So if you missed my Mythical Box opening of Darkrai, check that out because that's it was kind of fun. It was a good one. Come on. I'm going to come up there and beat you down with my pick Pidgeot. It's going to be Diancie. Oh, you got Pidgeot. Okay, good. Pidgeot has 1 retreat cost. Let's go ahead and see what I can get with switch, no switch. Okay, I did not think that through completely. Don't need that. Okay, so he forfeited. So that's 5 for 5. What am I doing? Like, what am I doing with my life right now? I had a feeling that I was going to win this match. But I thought that I was just going to make all the right choices and actually win through strategy and strategery. But he just quit. So I'll take it. So 3 real quick victories right in a row. And that's going to wrap up today's episode. So folks, if you like this video, hit that like button, subscribe to my channel. I do videos every Monday through Friday on the Pokemon Trading Card Game Online. I'd love to see you there. I also did a video just over the weekend of Mario Kart. I like to do stuff on the weekends for Nintendo-related products and stuff like that. So if you are a fan of Nintendo or video games or whatever the case is, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button. And I'm going to be back tomorrow with another episode of Pokemon Trading Card Game Online. So I will see you on the flippity flop.